Alright, welcome back to Newbie Challenge. You can see we finished off doing 16 and I come back down to 41%. Just ain't to the right down yet, but makes it easy to back on and tip the rest of the grass off. We're now about to do 11. Decided the game's make you watch me do all the 16. It does take a long time. Boy, does it take a long time. I've got the tractor down now. I might as well click into it straight away, just tab into it. Then we'll just get everything started up, ready to go. And let's rock and roll, as they say. We'll get as much grass off as we can. We're going right to the edge where possible. Now this is the second cut of the year. We should get one more in, and that will be this year's, the first year's cut done during the winter. As I said, I will take those trees down. Well, give myself a chainsaw, take those trees down at 16. I shan't bother to sell them because I ain't got a trailer or anything to take them in. I'm not going to lease a lumber trailer and just buy a chainsaw. They're not that bad. I'm not going to do anything else with the trees. I shall use, as I've got super strength on here, i.e. the game extension, I will just move them out of the way, toss them into someone else's field, just to give us that little bit extra grass. You can only actually do one end because the other end, the field definition goes into the tree line. But one end will be fine on. This is from Roy himself, the author, who suggests that if I had the equipment I would sell the logs, but it's a little bit out of the way to a bit of drive around. I don't fancy that. What was leasing all the equipment, so we'll just get rid of them. But hair is no real problem. Need that tree line here just to so I know where the edge of the field is. Cows need some grass. I might just put the first bit of grass I get here. Been saying that, but all the time I was doing 16, I'll take one load down and just tip into the cows first. At least I don't think I've done it off screen. I know I haven't done it on screen. Even I would have remembered that. Let's just have a quick look. Just bear with me for one moment. We just flick through grass. No, we haven't. So we want to put some water in, grass and straw is okay, cleanliness needs doing again, and we need some more power food, but we always seem to need power food in our total mix ration. This of course is on Farming Sim 17, on 19 I'm doing my own little challenge, the family farm. I never try and do things easy, particularly using Roy's maps, because the economy is normally set to quite challenging, shall we say. And I prefer something not, oh well, 1 year I got £1 million. I want 1 year, oh look, I can afford to get another small cultivator. Oh, we're growing this farm now. Or 2 or 3 years hard work, oh look, we can get another field. That's more my style. Slow but sure. Also with the chance of failing, which you do get with seasons. You can fail if you run out of money and you borrow to your limit and your tractor needs maintenance. you are in trouble. I haven't managed it yet, but I've been close on one or two of the games, and it's one of the things I'm looking forward to for 19 is when Seasons comes out. I know they're working on it. That's for other courseplay guys. They're working on courseplay. 2 must, in my opinion, for Farming Sim. Luckily, Mowgli's done his keyboard steer, and he's added quite a bit of from things like drive control in there, as that won't be coming out for Farming Sim for 19 by the looks of it. But we've got Mowgli to thank for doing some of the donkey work and giving us a chance of getting some of the things we want. Now outside here, you may notice we're not getting that much grass now, so this is because we're off the field itself. We're on the borders of the field. It hasn't had any fertilizer, or the fertilizer doesn't take out here. You can see where the texture changes where the fields start, and I'm expecting to get quite a bit more grass there. This has been fully fertilised, the field itself. But I'm going to get a load, I think, from around the edge. I could go close to the hedge here and get some third growth stage. Actually, I've got a second growth stage, or second cut stage anyway. Now, for those who don't know, I'll just run through a challenge again, because I noticed I have 1 or 2 new subscribers. And by the way, we reached 400 the other week. No. Oh, just a drop in the ocean for the likes of Daggerwind. Or Daggerwin. For me, it's a big deal. I never expected to get 100 subscribers. I never expect to get 50, to be honest. I'm just pleasantly surprised at my little channel where I do things my way. I just record what I play and how I play. So it may not be to everybody's taste. I tend to use a lot of courseplay, not so much on the ones I've got going at the moment, Blickling, because I can't on Blickling because I'm meant to be the only person working on this, so I cannot use courseplay. I have not got any workers for me. And on this one I'm doing most of it. When I'm working on screen, I'm doing it all. The only thing I've got set for courseplay on here is actually emptying the bunker. Oh, and moving manure from the manure dump point into the BGA, both of which jobs, shall we say, would just bore me to tears. I don't mind things like this. This might seem a bit quiet and staid for some, but I enjoy a bit of mowing. I'm not like Duck Lolly, who mows everything in sight. I've done a hell of a lot of mowing on this map. Now, oh yes, this map, let's get back to what I was talking about. This map, the only way I've got to make money is the milk sales. Sales of silage. Now, most of you think, oh, silage, that's easy. You get £1 million every time you empty the bunker. And not on this map, you don't. I think you'd fill it right up, you might get a couple of, you might get 20, 30,000. I don't think you get a lot more. Well, with the grass I've got, the grass fields I've got, I'm probably getting about 10,000. Because Roy cut the amount you get for silage down to the minimum. He's like that. In fact, on his new map, Maypole for 19, you can't even sell logs, you can only sell chippings. You have to chip all your logs down if you want to make any money up with your logging work. suits me down to the ground. I don't like logging. But one thing I could do on this is hire a chipper, but now I'm just wondering what to do with the trees when I take them down. My main thought is just take them down, dump them somewhere. Now we should start get a bit more chaff now. We're just about on the field. Oh, the other thing we've got to make money is eggs. Yes, that's right, eggs. I wait until I have 100 eggs and go and drive down and sell them. With me, it's a case of remembering where the sell point is for eggs. One of the things you remember on 17, the sell point is marked when you get to it, but not on the maps. Roy used to sell eggs at the farm shop, and which he started doing again on 19, but on this one, no, it's one house, it's one or two houses about will take eggs. I think the bakery will still, I'm not certain on that. But that's a long drive out, especially when you're trying to save every penny. We're playing this on hard mode. Some assists on, but not that many, and we're only using Giant's equipment, and we've got the straw add-on pack included and the Massey pack included, but that's all the equipment I'm allowed. I just hit the moment I've got cash in hand £1,387, and I've got a debt of over 100,000, I think it is. The idea is to work 2 years on this farm, plan like this, see if I can survive. When you take over this farm, and I haven't added any money in, I sold off all the equipment and bought cheaper where possible. And took out a big loan, and that's this game extension auto saving, and took out a big loan to buy the equipment, because most of your equipment when you start this, if you start at standard, and the map is still available on PCSG, very good map for your Plan 17. I highly recommend it. That's called Newbie Farm. It's not for newbies, it's for experienced farm sim players. You can make money, you can make quite a bit if you play it on easy or even normal mode and low, but it's not made for that. It's made to be played on hard. Just waiting for that to fill right up. Just waiting. There we go. Now I'm just gonna unhook the cut. I don't want the actual weight pulling up the hill, and the actual length of the whole thing, because the hills on here are quite testing. It's fun to play if you use gearbox mod and more realistic. More realistic it is. You have to think, it's a nightmare at times. You have to think where you are going and what route you're going to take and the equipment you've got. Even playing without more realistic in, you have to think of what equipment you're going to use. It's no good getting a trolley you can pull just about on the flat. You should not get up some of these hills loaded unless you've got a massive tractor on the front. Now we're zipping back this. Yeah, we're zipping back this down and just give the cattle some grass. There's nice some grass in there, but if for any reason we can't get it in there, and I always add it into the bunker. gonna reversing. This is the BGA here. At least the BGA is nice and close, and I think actually I'm a little bit far over. I'll just push that over a little bit towards the hedge. So this is back and better than I expected. And I think I had the wrong cruise speed on here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, we haven't quite hit the right trigger. It's more over this side. Got it this time. Get too close to building the trigger isn't there. That's it, that's full. Let's just fill that right up so we can get, at least the cattle have got some food. Chickens are just up ahead here. Again, people who have watched this series for any length of time will know all this, but for new people, so I better just fill you all in. Now I like little challenges like this. I set myself little challenges like this because I'm an idiot. And no one will say against that. Or as Species put it when I said it was a little bit odd. He said a bit. Alright, now it's just put in the first heap. There we are. Now remember to close it up again. And we'll get back to how far we got and carry on. I had a little bit more money in this, but I had to fill up with juice again. This is the only tractor I got. I only got enough equipment for what I actually want. We have got a workshop here with plenty of storage. And by the way, all the hedges are fully clodable. Just proving it. Just to make matters even more interesting. I'm going to go around the outside on the way back, see if we can pick stuff up. Now I'm just going to change the shift. That's better. Change the cruise control on here. We should be going a lot quicker than we were. Yeah, we see we're picking some stuff up here we missed. And on the corners you tend to miss quite a bit. Just do half an hour on this. And again, when I've done, I'll finish mowing it off screen. It takes about 80% compaction off screen, and if I have time, and we'll finish that off finish compacting off next time. Put the sheet on and then look after the cattle again. This is one of those ones you have to put up with a lot of the same thing. This series is not for someone who likes what's really with farms. You count action in it. There tends not to be a lot of action. Right, we just slow it down now as we're coming into the mower. I'm not using the manual attach, which I normally use on this one. Everything here is it's hard work. That's better. Thought it was going a bit slow. "12 miles an hour is a bit better for cutting. Mind you, I'm more likely to crash at 12 miles an hour. It's hard to see where you've actually been on this, but I'm not going to change the texture of the grass. A lot of people put the sort of yellow. I know I've done it on I think Blickling. I put different grass texture in to make it a bit easier to see where I've been. Well, and I think this should be somewhere around the middle of January by the time you see this, or second half of January anyway. And so Christmas been and gone, New Year's been and gone, and I wouldn't mind betting. And I don't know because I'll say I'm still in the past. And this, I wouldn't mind betting nothing much has changed in the world. I'll try not to give my political views. I think they're fairly well known, but this is not really the time or place. That's looking better now. Yes, we're getting through this nicely now. We should get another. We do another fill. We fill this trail up this time, and then do one more. At the moment, this is what I call the Cavalier channel. 3 out of the 5 series I'm doing on Cavalier maps. One other series I'm doing is Motorsport Manager, so there's no farming in that at all. Just a lot of frustration. So I just missed getting more points in the championship. Or my drivers do. And the last one I'm doing is Blickling. Blickling is my long-term save game, doing many in-game years on it. I don't know if that goes as long as Old Ridge did, which lasts from about the launch, or just after the launch of Old Ridge, right through until about a couple of months before 19 launched. It went right through most of 15, just right through 17. And I've still got that map installed. I've still got 15 installed, and I still play it now and again. But I decided that I'd ran out of good ideas for storylines. Now the other series I'm doing is on 19 is the Contractor. Contractors using Maypole, one of Cavalier Roy's. Another difficult map. It's a two times map, which means it's sort of standard size map, but you only play it on half of it. The rest is decoration. But there's, I think, 60 odd fields on there, all very small. And logging is not an issue on there because there isn't any logs. One sell point. Excellent map, actually. Excellent small map. Roy always makes maps what he wants to play. In my last series, it's the one on the new version of this map. It's now called Riverview rather than Newbie, because Newbie was given the wrong impression that it was an easy farm to play, and it isn't easy. No Newbie farm map has been easy. Roy's philosophy is he makes a map that he wants to play, and he doesn't like quick fixes. You go in, do a couple of years, you're a millionaire, you've got all the big equipment, and you just got £1 million to bank. Not on Roy's maps. Roy's maps you have to fight for every pound, every cent, every penny. You have to fight for it all, which is what I like. Right, let's turn around. Get this one in here, and we do one more. We just got to 30 minutes, but we can do another one. It's a Saturday. I haven't got much else to do. if I'm not doing this, the wife will only find me some work to do. Now can I get in close to the wall here? No. I'm gonna hit the heap. So we come out, and I could actually come out of cab to do this. I probably will do, but it's the one problem I've got with the Euroboss. The wheels are a bit far back on it, and you tend to turn very quickly. That's 2 done. Do one more in here. I think it'd be about 4 or 5 load, I would have thought, at the field. Oh, the cows we start with, by the way. We start with 20 cows. They will breed, but very slowly. We might have 21 or 22 cows by the end of this year. About 24 or 25 at the end of next year. And that's when I end. Get through to next winter, not this winter, but next winter. That's when I end. And we then take stock, see if I have succeeded. So we picked up a little bit of grass. I put the right down. Oh, we picked up a little bit. Bits were missed. Looks like I missed quite a bit here. I may go over this again probably off screen. Just get what we can. So I'm actually in the situation on this save game, or on this game, that we need every bit we can get. This is probably the most conventional of the fields on here. Sorry about the whistling there. This is probably the most conventional of the fields. One of the few parallel-sided fields. And some of the fields to get to on here are fun, but not as much fun as Maypole. Maypole really is interesting, shall we say, to get to some of the fields. So what I could do now, just bring in GPS now. I'll just move that slightly over. That should do it. That speed things up a bit. I haven't got to think then about steering. This side is cutting back, this side is flat. As we get close to the farm on this field, it's on the slope. We're just about to hit the slope now. You can see if you look at the horizon. There isn't really a flat field on the map. Placeables are fun on this map, although Roy, for the 17th version, did put in one particular place to put in placeables. I'm just going to go around to the top here, and here I do. I'll tidy it up at the end. Roy, at the top of the hill there, top part of the farm, there is a flat area there for placeables. And I have on some of the games I've played on this map filled that full of placeables. Mix feeder, bale store, one or two things like that up there. Pigs are out of the way on this farm, by the way. There is pigs on here, but they're out of the way. I haven't really used pigs a lot. I love sausages, I love pork, but I'm not too keen on farming pigs. This is probably the quickest way of doing it. Shove it onto GPS. which because we haven't got on 19. Although saying that, Mowgli has put a simple form on. It just holds you going straight if you use his keyboard steer mod, and I recommend it. It's on Mod Hub, but also I tend to use the developer version, or the developing version. Yep, there we go. I tend to use the development version because it's always got the latest bits in. At the risk of it going bang on me. That's a risk I'm willing to take. And I've got quite a few times on Old Ridge. But that's all my fault. It's all things I expect. Oh, that's only 31 minutes so far in run. That's got a lot better than I expected. We'll just come in here. We have a little bit to do at the top end of these runs, but I think we should fill up this time down. So get rid of the brake. Just take it off. Cruise now. Stop a bit quicker. And we're there. Now I need to get a screenshot. The other problem I have with this particular series is because it's only a limited amount of screenshots I can do, limited jobs. I'll turn that down, that's working. Oh, one thing on this, on the 17th version of Newbie, every field is grass for a start. You have to plough them or cultivate them all before you actually start. Which also makes it fun for me. Not fun for some people, but fun for me. I enjoy that. Coming this side. We should get one more load in there yet. I think if this tractor's anything I'd say about this tractor, it hasn't got a massive turning circle. Well, rather, it has got a massive turning circle. It hasn't got a very good turning circle. English is meant to be my mother tongue. Never believe it. See what that looks like. Oh, I think this would do for me screenshots. So just excuse me one moment. We'll do that, and then on the way back to the field, I'll do me ends. Just hit the right one, will you? Right, that'll do. Yes, that'll do. I don't think I've got this shot yet. I got a bit of a shot you could have. And someone's going to tell, yes, you have done that several times. Right, let's get back into the tractor, close the back off. Alright, so I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, that's up to you. But I'd prefer if you did subscribe. I know some people don't like subscribing to things. I don't send up too much spam. There's enough bad meat in the videos. If you've got any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, a lot of suggestions don't really work with this series now. I think we've got most of the ideas done. See what I've been doing, and just along here so we can pick any bits up. I'll pick a little bit up now and again. Yes, I think that's about all I've got to say. So, as I normally do, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.